In today's video, I'm going to show you how to convert and modify this thing here, the new Ryobi compact chemical sprayer, into this, the ultimate detailer solution for all of your thin liquid sprayables. Fantastic little deal here. It even fits in your bottle holders. Let's check it out. So about a week ago, I reviewed this thing for the first time. Brand new item from Ryobi. Takes a little 4-volt battery system, really nice and easy, compact. You're able to fine tune the spray from a solid stream into a nice fan. Fantastic little deal here. The only downside that I had for my personal use is this is only a half-liter bottle capacity, and it won't fit into my bottle holders. So I wanted to make it so that I could work with my usual detail regimen, using a 1-liter bottle, and also be able to fit my bottle racks for my mobile detail setup, or even for storage in the garage. And that's where I came up with this thing. So there are 2 different ways to modify this. One of them is using a product from Ryobi. It's a little adapter kit that they have for bottle attachments. That is a great way to do it and gives you a really, really great finish. However, you can also mod it without that, and we're gonna go step by step with both of those to show you exactly how to do this. And as a bonus, we're also going to finally open this thing up. In the original video, I didn't have the right tool to get this thing open. I do now, so we're gonna open it up and look at the internals as well at the end of the video. So stay tuned, guys, this is a good one. All right, guys, so in order to get this done, you're gonna need a few things. First, you're gonna need your little Ryobi sprayer. This is the fantastic little tool that I made the video on recently. Incredible. The only downside is this bottle, right? I want a larger bottle. So we have that. And then we also need a spare bottle. For me, I'm going with an IK sprayer here. I like the robustness of these bottles. All good there. One thing that is a caveat to this, and we'll touch on here shortly, actually, we'll just touch on it now. The thread pattern on this, as you can see, is different than the thread pattern on this guy. Let me see if I can get off here. There we go. If you look here, it's a much tighter thread pattern, if you can see that. So let me see if I can get these both in there. Much, much tighter. However, the good news is, I don't know what it is about it, but it still works. So first I'm gonna go ahead and remove this just so it's easier for me to work with. Again, really nice, just easy little quick connect. Really, really cool. And I'm just gonna thread this on, line it up straight so it's going on nice and straight. Let me see here. There it is. And then just go ahead and tighten it down. Now it does want to sort of, I mean, that's pretty darn good. It'll do a little bit of a lean, very, very little, but it is locked on. And then when you take it off, like, it doesn't look like there's any cross threading going on. So it's something like the same thing within here. It's almost like whatever this thread pattern is exactly twice the amount of this one. So this is just fitting into the other ones. I don't know that for sure, but it does fit nice and securely. So I like it very, very much. All right, so next thing we need, we've got the spare bottle, we've got the sprayer, and now we need the correct size tubing. Guys, now I picked this up at Home Depot, but I'll link some down in the description for you guys. The most important thing is that it is a 5/16 internal diameter. That's what you need to get it over this guy here, right? So this is where the straw connects, and as you can see, this is a much bigger straw than like what a IK comes with. Much, much larger. So keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and start this process. I'm going to first remove the straw from the IK sprayer or from whatever sprayer you're using. Then I'm going to go ahead and pull out a bit of line here. I'm going to measure it out. Now this is going to want to be all kinked up because it's been in a roll. It'll flatten out over time. But I'm just going to go ahead and measure to the end, just a rough measurement there. Take some clippers and I'm going to clip this right down the middle. You can also use a razor blade or whatever else, guys. No big deal. You just got to make sure try and get it as clean of a cut as you can. This wasn't super clean, but it should do the job just fine. Now I'm going to go ahead and take one side of it. I'm going to take the super clean side and I'm going to just fit it over this little nozzle piece here. Okay? It's a tight squeeze, but that's what you want. You got to kind of work it over. You want that to be a nice tight squeeze so that it doesn't come off, right? You want that on nice and secure. So it's on there, all good. Next step that we want to do, I'm just going to go ahead and test fit this really quickly. Just kind of put it up next to it, see how long. Obviously, we're going to go all the way to the end here, plus a little bit past, but that's fine because of the curl. I want to make sure I'm getting all the solution even at the bottom of the bottle. Next up, we're going to take some pliers. We're going to remove this little pin that is on here. Just clip it, pull it back. Just gotta work it back and forth a little bit. There you go. So that comes off, and then we're gonna go ahead and pull out the little filter piece that comes with the original unit. I really like this little filter piece. You can see it's a little steel mesh in there. Really, really nice. So we're just gonna remove that. There you go. That is it. And now we're gonna go ahead, put the clip back on. The clip goes, you want the little attachment part to face in so it's not in the way. So we're gonna clip it that way, and I'm gonna have that going up the straw so it doesn't get in the way. Okay, just like that. Now we're gonna go ahead and take the filter piece again, insert that. Again, nice and snug over the top. Okay, good to go. And then we're gonna go ahead and take this, give it a pinch, filter that over the top again. This is a little bit harder because the outer diameter of this tube is a little bit bigger than the other one. So we just have to work it kind of with both hands to get it to get over. And honestly, guys, I don't even know how important this little guy is because the fit of this thing is so nice and snug anyway. I don't think it's gonna come off. So again, it's just kind of an extra step just for safety here. Okay, so now it's pretty close here, these little tabs. So I'm just gonna squeeze them together, make sure that it sits over nicely. Now it's locked in and we're good to go. So that is it. That's basically the conversion here, guys. Then we can just go ahead and thread this in, get this set up. Again, it's a little bit tough because that straw is curved right now, but once you get it going, then you're good. Okay, just like that. Now, we have the ultimate little sprayer here, guys. Fantastic. Again, I know in the original video, some people talked about like it's an unnecessary item. And I even mentioned in that video, here, let me pull you guys up a little bit. I even mentioned in that video that this might be like one of the coolest products that Ryobi has released in a long time, but also the most unnecessary. And I mean, obviously we can all do that, right? My point of view is a lot of times when I'm working on wheels especially, and I'm trying to spray in all my product upside down and all that kind of stuff, trying to get it into the wheel barrel as much as possible. It's a lot, and not so much that it gets tiring. It does, but it's not a big deal. But the efficiency of just being able to pull and go makes your job go by much, much faster. Plus, again, if you have carpal tunnel or whatever, fantastic for that. Also, for other products, we're using a lot of product. Pre-treatments, pre-soaks for your car, your pre-wash products like Green Star or MSN or whatever from Co-Chemi. Fantastic for that as well because you can just blast it. Also, guys, the whole reason behind this thing is just a typical chemical sprayer for, you know, yard work, really. That's the main purpose of this thing. That's where it came from, to spray your pesticides and stuff. But fantastic crossover value here, guys. Again, 4 amp hour, excuse me, 4 volt. I believe it's a 2 amp hour battery. People did notify me in the past video that I did that you can get a 3 amp hour battery for this as well. So just an extended runtime. Now, this is a liter, right? This was about half of a liter, again, wider. So they say that a 1 full battery charge can spray 20 of these. So now expect 10 of these, which is phenomenal. I mean, again, the reason I like this thing so much is the battery is just a little USB-C. Let's see if that'll focus for you guys. There you go. So as I'm driving from one job to the next, or just, you know, I can leave it plugged into my garage or whatever, super easy to charge this thing anywhere you are. So really easy. Even if this only sprayed, you know, 2 full bottles, that's still gonna get me through a day of work. So fantastic, I absolutely love it. Now, I do wanna talk really quickly about one other alternative method that crossed my path, because Ryobi does make a bottle adapter for their easy, what's it called? Their little handheld pressure washer system. And that is right here. So at my local store, I couldn't find this. I've had this for a long time, just from when I did the original video on the little pressure washer deal. And what I could find was on Amazon or something like that, but they're like 10 bucks when they're supposed to be like $3.50 or something. So wasn't my favorite option, but let's go ahead and open this up and see what we could achieve with this thing as well. All right, so you have your normal quick connect. Let's go ahead and remove this one. So you have your normal quick connect, is it the same size? It is. That didn't click as well as I would like it to. You almost have to double click it. You have to push pretty hard to get it on there. There you go. It's on though, no problem. Again, you get a nice long straw already. Now let's just see, I have another IK bottle here. Let's just see if this will thread on, or if this is made for more of something else. I don't know. Yep, that fits on there extremely, extremely nicely, guys. So 2 options. I would lean to just making the modification like I said to do. I don't know, let's see. This bottle does seem to screw on there properly. It almost seems like it's a better thread for it than the other one was. But either way, it's gonna work for you. So let me go ahead and try and get this off. And I cannot, so this thread, whatever this is perfect. This one seems to be like glued in there, so I can't remove it. But again, guys, like if you look at that up close, fantastic. Again, the IKs are a typical sprayer body. Here, let's just see. Let's go with Detail Co's BDE, Bug, Dirt, and Exterior. Just remove that. Let's just see if this would work on this bottle. Obviously, the straw is too long, so that's gonna create a little bit of an issue for us. Hang on. Let's go with, let's see here. Because the bottle's too long, we're gonna go with it. I bought 4 of these things. So let me go ahead and remove this. We'll screw this one on and see how that fits. I mean, a little bit sideways, to be honest. Barely though, but it's snug as a bug in a rug, man. It is good to go. We're not gonna have any issues with that. Cross threading wise, I'm just looking at the threads. They all look all good. Same with the interior, so no issue there. Let me just really quickly run this one and see how this one fits. Yeah, much better. So this thing is awesome. This adapter kit that they sell, the Ryobi Easy Clean Power Clean Bottle Adapter. I do recommend it. I think it's gonna fit on all your bottles. I think that's gonna be a really, really great option. That is the perfect fit for this thing. On the IKs though, seems like just the standard connection is gonna do the job just perfectly well. It fits really, really well. All right, guys, now the second thing in the original video that I made was people really wanted to see the inside of this thing. I didn't have a small enough screwdriver. It takes a Torx style screwdriver. It's a T9, and even then it's a very, very tight fit. But I was able to get it open, and you remove all the screws, and then there's a couple of pieces that are taped down right on the top here. So you have this little logo here, and then this little logo here. So you have to cut those in order to get it to separate. Once separated though, this is what the internals look like. So here is the unit itself. Just basic your pickup straw here, another straw going out here to shoot it out. This looks like, I don't know exactly what that's for, but obviously you have a little motor and pump here deal, and it looks like the motor is encased in its own thing. I don't think it's gonna pass through that. I think it's just gonna be right here, just pulling it up and pushing it out. So that's awesome for longevity of this thing. Obviously still higher pH, lower pH items, either acidic or alkaline. I don't know how that's gonna work in this, and that's also another concern with the straws that we're using, right? Those are basic vinyl straws. If you're using a really caustic, really aggressive chemical, it may break that down. But again, these things are made for pesticides, so hopefully we'll be good. Again, I'll update you guys if I start to have issues with this over time. But that is what the internals look like. Nice little build quality, and yeah, good to go. So there you have it, an easy and effective solution so that you can run your normal bottles. You can run it with different bottles. Obviously it fits in the bottle storage, fantastic. Now again, it's not something that you absolutely need, right? I wanna be very clear about that. I think it's an incredible product that Ryobi came out with. However, we are all capable of doing this, right, with a trigger sprayer, right? However, this does speed up the efficiency of my detailing, and then also for the products I have to spray quite a bit of, like the wheel cleaners and pre-wash items, this thing just makes life a breeze. And lastly, guys, I do want to just make a quick note. The labels that I have on these bottles, I had my wife just make these up for me so that I could distinguish between bottles. She used one of those, Cricut machines where you can cut out specific stickers and things like that. But yeah, so you can label them however you want. Obviously, IK even has the labeling tag on the back. I just thought that this looked really, really cool, so I wanted to do it that way. But anyways, guys, that is it for today's video. I hope that video helps you. Hopefully some of you run this because I think it's a good setup. Again, I'll test longevity as well as we go to make sure everything's all good. But so far, I couldn't be happier with it. That's it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Please make sure to like the video, make sure you subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and we will see you on the next one.